When you are listening to somebody else speaking, have you ever noticed how when they're talking, you are actually listening to a voice in your mind? A lot of times we find ourselves more so thinking about what we're going to say or how we're going to respond rather than really being there present in the moment and listening to them. So, what working with Moldavite has done for me, and something that it's helped me to channel inside of myself that was always there, is this kind of profound knowledge that the knowledge is that of listening. That's what it is. Listening in the sense of the sounds that are happening right now. And knowing that that voice in your mind that is constantly playing isn't necessarily something that you could stop. But what I have understood through raising my vibration with working with Moldavite is that this voice is not me. I am now detached from it. And I can now see how that voice that was constantly talking, constantly chattering, it still is, but now I just kind of hear it and I just kind of laugh and I'm like, dude, get over yourself. I don't ignore him. I don't push him away. It's more so just like, okay, he's here. He's doing his thing. I'm doing mine, right? And so Moldavite has helped me to channel into being more present in the moment. With that comes power. With that comes the ability to manifest who you truly are and to let go of the pieces of you that are holding you back. Moldavite is called the tektite of transformation for a reason. When we transform, we shed our layers. Think of a caterpillar into a butterfly, for an example. There is a complete transformation happening here, and a lot of that comes from letting go of layers. And I think one of the most profound layers that hold us back from being one with who we really are is the voice that's constantly talking in our mind. The voice that we associate with. The mind that we think we are. Moldavite is called the crystal of transformation because people, through working with it, shed their layers and start to become the butterfly, if you will, that they are. And it's the truth. We all think we are this caterpillar, destined to be this caterpillar forever, destined to be succumbed to the mind and the sounds that it makes, destined to think that this is all there is. We're wrong. But guess what? We are right. Deep down inside of us, we know. And so there is a profound sense of wisdom and peace and love and infinity that happens when we are truly listening in the moment. And Moldavite is uncomfortable at first for people because it brings a lot more awareness and attention to the voice that is in your mind, to the voice that is constantly talking and assigning meaning to things, to the voice that you think you are. It's uncomfortable, and it's because that's not who we are. Why it's uncomfortable to us is because it isn't. If that was who we really were, do you think that it would be uncomfortable, or do you think that we would just fully accept it? We're pushing, we're resisting. So I can't even begin to scratch the surface and try to explain to you the kind of transformation that takes place with Moldavite. This is a very small piece of the whole kind of puzzle that it's been for me. If you are motivated to get Moldavite, or you have Moldavite, how do you tune into it? How do you channel this? How do you become a higher vibration with the Moldavite to start realizing this kind of beauty around you? The way to do it is to just listen. And the reason it's uncomfortable for people at first is because Moldavite draws more awareness and attention to the voice that is constantly going back and forth, bouncing in your mind. And that's uncomfortable at first because it's not who we really are. And that's why we want to transform anyways. And when it brings more attention to that, it can almost feel like you're going backwards. But the truth is if I were to do a 180-degree turn and take a step forwards, which direction am I going? All you have to do is listen. That's it. Listen and just accept. Feel whatever you are feeling, because that is the message of truth. It comes from your heart and the feelings that you feel. So while Moldavite may bring awareness to feelings that you might not necessarily like or ones that you might want to push away, just be there with them. That is the most important and profound thing, because through that, you start to come to a place where it becomes evidently more and more real, that that voice that you hear talking when somebody else is talking to you, or when the wind is blowing through the trees, or when the birds are tweeting outside, that voice that never is stopping, that is constantly speaking, all of a sudden doesn't become who you are anymore. You can be in the moment and listen to what is truly happening around you, rather than being caught up so much up in yourself. Being so caught up in yourself is ultimately what gets us so caught up in outside of ourselves, which is quite a paradox there. The universe speaks through us. Energy speaks through us. These frequencies we are able to tune into. We have this power inside of us always. What does Moldavite do? How do you do with it what you want and what you want is to transform? Just be in the moment with the feelings that your awareness is being brought to. Be with the way that things are, and through that, your listening skills grow. And through listening, you realize that this person that you think you are is not you. And you realize that all the sounds that you thought made up reality aren't really reality. They are a projection that you decided and put on top of it. And so the life that you don't like living, that you want to get out, of, you realize that it's not even real in the first place. The life that you want to get out of. It's only real because you are existing in it. But through working with Moldavite and raising your vibration and being in this moment with it, channeling it as the powerful tool that it is, you become one with the universal energy that flows through you and around you. You don't need to think about what you're going to say to somebody when they're talking to you. Be in the moment, listen, and if you open your mouth and say something, it is because you are. You are meant to in that moment. And the words that come out will feel like electricity and bliss inside of you, because they are real. They are real words from the source of what you are. When you are tuned in, when you are listening, suddenly the voice that is you speaks clear. It is not the voice in your mind. It is the voice from deep within you. It is the voice I am using now. It is the voice that every single one of us has and can feel at all times. All times. You have this power. All you have to do is listen to the right voice. What is the right voice? It's not the voice that you think you are. And that's what Moldavite will help you to realize. So, stay present in the moments of uncomfortability, guys. Be present in these moments of shake. And when things are being brought up, realize that this is your prime opportunity to practice listening. This is the most beautiful opportunity for you to practice your listening skills and to hear your inner power voice. Because the things that we experience around us that make us uncomfortable, they don't have to. They're all happening for me. They're all happening for you, not to you. It's all quite beautiful. And if you just tune in, you will see, feel, and speak that. You will speak that truth, and it will become the reality that it is. That it already is, always has been, and always will be. So, do you want to exist in real life, or do you want to exist in the life that you don't enjoy living? Because real life is enjoyable. Real life is love. Real life is excitement with every moment that you exist in. That is real life. Real life is not waking up 9 to 5 every morning, falling over yourself, falling over your mind, being caught up in the same habits. That is not real life. So get some Moldavite and at least work through some internal reflective type things. Even so, if you don't like Moldavite, work with outside of it. You don't need Moldavite. That's another thing too. But Moldavite is a very profound tool, and it's one that has been a catalyst for me to internalize these kinds of things and present it to you guys in a meaningful way. And I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thanks for watching. Bye.